SASSA to roll out facial recognition for grant recipients amid identity fraud concerns. The South African Social Security Agency, SASSA, is set to implement a facial recognition system for grant recipients to combat identity theft and fraud. Despite previous pushback, spokesperson Paseka Letsatsi highlights the necessity of this move to safeguard beneficiaries. Stay informed on the latest developments in this new security measure.
Social Development Minister Sisi says flaws in the disbursement of the Social Relief of Distress grant have been identified. Two Stellenbosch University students previously claimed that the grant is vulnerable to identity theft. Tolashe is calling for more time for investigations into the vulnerabilities. For more on this now, let's speak to SASSA spokesperson Paseka Letsatsi, who is joining us via video link. Paseka, very good morning to you. So following the report from the students, I remember that SASSA gave some response to what the students had found, and then that there was going to be an investigation. From your investigation, what is it that you were able to ascertain?
Thanks for having us, Aldrin, and good morning. I think what we discovered was that people can simply create an ID number, make an application, or they can do what we call identity theft. They can steal your ID number because I know your ID, I can simply steal it and go make an application on your behalf. And when you come forward to check, you would find that you are getting the 350 without your knowledge. 4 weeks ago, when we came here, the minister requested some 30 days or time to go and make an investigation. The investigation was conducted by an independent body because obviously we can't investigate ourselves. And it has been discovered, but this is not a conclusive report. It's just a preliminary report which has discovered that there are people who simply commit identity theft, steal people's ID and make an application. But secondly, Aldred, we have taken a decision that if you want to change your phone number because it's lost, but secondly, you are tired with the bank that you are using, you can simply log in the system and make changes. Unfortunately, when we opened that platform, we only opened for the fraudsters to see that they can go on the system, change your phone number and change your bank account. In fact, they don't even change the bank account. They just do the mobile money, or what you call cash send, so that we cannot be able to investigate, because if you use your account number, we can trace it to you. But they just use the cashless, and then they are able to steal your money, and the money gets diverted to them.
Yeah, so why are they able to do that if we live in a country where you have to register your SIM card with your identity document?
Aldrin, you can go to a shop down the street, a corner shop there. There are people who just do, is it Rika? You can buy 1,000 SIM cards and use them. It's illegal, but if the systems were tight, you would not be able to do that. But secondly, we have introduced what we call facial recognition system. And unfortunately, when we did that, there was a very serious pushback from the civil society and the community at large to say, I don't have a smart phone and you are disadvantaging me. But we think, Aldrin, it's a very important thing to do because some people's faces have gone through the process of metamorphosis. How they looked 15 years ago or 20 years ago has changed. And we thought it's important for us to go through that particular process to identify if indeed this person who says, I want to change my banking details is the rightful person. But we got a pushback. But unfortunately, Aldrin would have to cooperate with the society, and people must understand that we are doing this thing to save the public purse.
Are you getting any intel, at least from the banks, around how they are able to do it? How they are able to get somebody to change the PIN number, change the personal details without compromising their safety? Because if the banks are able to do it, then surely SASSA should also be able to do it without compromising the safety of the individuals.
Definitely, Aldrin. Fingerprints, like biometrics, which I explained earlier on about the facial recognition or the fingerprint. But unfortunately, we may not be in that space. We are government. We need to do certain things and understand when people say, I don't have a smart card ID. However, we are left with no option or no choice but to implement the system, because the more we don't implement it, the more I would have to come here and explain to the public that there are people who are committing theft. So we are appealing to the society at large to understand that we are defending or protecting the money which belongs to the public. Hence, we have to implement the facial recognition system.
So does that mean that the facial recognition system is now coming back?
It is coming back, Aldrin. We are not going to roll it out without engaging with the society at large. But we did not want to find ourselves here, Aldrin. Hence, we introduced it some months back. But we think it's important for us now to roll it out all over the country. And if people say we don't have a smartphone, rather, we are saying we must make sure that we put in place systems in our offices where people can come and just 3 minutes go through the process, and we can confirm that if indeed this person is the rightful person who owns this ID.